Hello and welcome to episode 21 of The Good Life. We are approaching the end of the summer, and I know I have been traveling. I have been crazy busy. I know you all have been busy and traveling and doing things, but I was having a conversation as I was driving back from my most recent vacation, which was a great one, by the way. But I was talking to the person I was with about how different it feels when you're on vacation. And this is something that I've had a lot of conversations with people about over the years. It wasn't just this conversation I had a few days ago. But when we're on vacation, we're vacating our lives, right? Like we are not doing our everyday life. We are not working usually. If we're on a true vacation, we're not working. We are eating differently. We are sleeping differently. We are doing new and novel things, which are very stimulating for our brain. And we're like doing things like getting tacos at noon and enjoying it and having like leisurely lunches and just doing things that are so out of our ordinary routine that it feels different and it feels good. And so we think about like, oh my gosh, so often if we like go to a different location, right? We think, oh, I would love to live here. If I lived here, my life would be so different. And I always challenge this. I have challenged this conversation for years because I've had so many people in my life tell me this over the years. And this is me maybe being a counselor, maybe being very introspective. But when you are not on vacation, you are engaged in your everyday life, right? You are waking up at a certain time. Like for me, I wake up, I go to the gym. That is how I start my day. I don't wake up at 4:55 in the morning when I'm on vacation to hit the gym before work, you know? So that is different. You're waking up at a different time. You're usually sleeping in. You're relaxed. Your everyday annoyances and the things that like are hitting you every day, your responsibilities are often gone. Everybody is relaxed. You're doing novel things that we know are stimulating and fun, and they feel good and they feel different. And so I want this to be about, yes, vacations are awesome. Yes, getting out of town is cool. Taking a break from your normal routine is so good for you. It's so good for you for so many reasons. But I want to challenge you to try to take a little bit of your most recent vacation and implement it into your everyday life. So maybe that means one day a week, you give yourself a little bit of extra time to actually do something fun for lunch or go grab your favorite drink and go sit somewhere that is outside of your normal routine and enjoy it. Maybe during the week and then evening, you go and you do something out of the ordinary. Maybe you do something with your family that's just like a little bit special and a little bit novel. In the counseling world and in the coaching world, I call this a pattern interrupt. So you are interrupting the pattern of your daily routine, which we know. I know, you know, if you have a busy life, this podcast is for people with a busy life. You are doing a lot of different things. You have priorities, you have obligations, you have responsibilities, you have many people hitting you up for different things throughout the day. When you're on vacation, you don't have that. You don't have all that stimulation. So maybe doing some things in your everyday life to bring that into your life. Maybe looking at, am I actually wanting to be as busy as I am? Do I need to be? Is it out of my control or is it in my control? Can I have my kids be in a few less activities? Can I get home and just have like a chill evening at home where we just do something fun as a family versus running to 4 different activities and coming home at 9 p.m. frazzled and wondering why my kids and myself are spun out and we can't get to sleep? Thinking about what you actually want your life to be like and pulling a little bit from your vacation or from those things that happen while you're on vacation and implementing those in your everyday life. These are the things that are going to help you sleep better. This is what this podcast is about, living a life that allows you to sleep well. I'm going to give you tips. Like this is obviously a sleep tip, having a good life, incorporating novel things into your routine, not getting home super late at night so you're completely stimulated and you can't fall asleep. Like, yeah, those are going to be things that are going to improve your sleep, but these are going to be things that are going to improve your life as well. And vacations are awesome. I love vacations. I try to go on vacations as often as I can. But the idea that once you move to this location where you went on vacation, that your life's going to be different, I don't agree with that at all. Because once you move to Miami, you're going to have to figure out a place to live. Once you have that place to live, you're going to have rent or you're going to have a mortgage or you're going to have a payment. You're going to have your neighbors. You're going to eventually probably have to get a job to get a new job. And that is a steep learning curve. That is stressful. You're going to have to grocery shop. You're going to have to go home and cook dinner, figure out what's for breakfast, figure out what's for lunch, figure out what your family wants to eat. All of these things that like disappear when you're on vacation, if you move to that location, they are going to reappear. You are going to have a structured day. You're going to have to get up if you want to. It's fun to like not work out for a week, but eventually you're not going to feel very good. You're not going to sleep very well. So you're going to get back into that habit. Even if you move to a different place, you're going to be getting up early like I am, going to work out, going to work, doing all the things that you do in your normal life. So I'm not trying to like ruin people's like vibe after a vacation, but I want people to know like a vacation is special because it's a vacation. If you move to that location, you maybe would have some benefits, but you're probably going to be the same person you are when you're at home, not on vacation, that you are in the new location, because you have to do all of those things that manage your everyday life. So it is good to develop pattern interrupts, to put novelty, to put relaxation, to put nervous system regulation, to put fun and play into your everyday life so that you can enjoy your life. And in turn, that's going to help you sleep better. It's going to help you feel better. It's going to help you live a life that's aligned with your values. It's just going to help you have a better life than just imagining like, oh, if I move to, I don't know, Grand Teton, if I move to the Tetons, my life's going to be better because I went and I had an epic vacation there for a week while I was camping and had like no obligations and could eat freaking hot dogs twice a day. No, you're going to get into your everyday life when you move there, if you move there. And I just want to talk about that. It was kind of a fun conversation I had on the ride home. We were in Colorado. We went to the Zach Bryan concert at Empower Field on Thursday. It was so good. It was like the best concert of my life. It was so amazing. And then just had a bunch of fun after that. However, you can incorporate fun. You can incorporate novelty. You can incorporate pattern interrupts into your everyday life, and you should, so that you can live a good life and you can live a life that allows you to sleep well, which, okay, I'm going to get on a soapbox here for a little bit. I know it's been summer. Everyone's been super busy, but I am getting, this might be my next podcast, I'm getting a little bit tired of everybody acting like sleep is some kind of like negotiable thing. You are not going to have a good life. You're not going to have good health. You're not going to have good mental health if you are not sleeping well. And there's certain things out there in the media right now that I'm probably getting inundated by because of the algorithm, but that prove that when people are not functioning, when people, especially women, are not sleeping well, they are not feeling well, their mental health gets impacted, and they do not have a good life. So if you're going to focus on anything in life, focus on sleep. Doesn't have to be with me, although that's what I'm here for. That's what this podcast is about. That is what my sleep program is about. It's what I work on in the therapy office with a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be me. But don't freaking joke around and act like you're going to have a great life and great health and great mental health if you're not sleeping well and you're not taking care of yourself and you're not enjoying yourself. Like, it's not going to happen, okay? It's going to be mediocre at best. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, I will see you guys next week. It's good to be back after a vacation, and I hope you sleep great. And I hope that you start incorporating pattern interrupts and fun, novel, playful things in your everyday life. Bye.